14 wild cats you didn't know existed. Before we dive right into this video, let's take a quick look at one of our viewers' comments. Toast had this to say: "You deserve more subscribers." Thanks for commenting, Toast. Now, back to our video. Number 14. The Pampas cat. These small cats can be found living in the regions of South America, most notably in the countries of Peru, Chile, Argentina, Ecuador, Bolivia, and maybe even as far as southwestern Colombia. The Pampas makes its home in dry forests, grasslands, and shrublands, even though it's named after the fertile lowlands of South America. Currently, this species of cat is classified as being near threatened because of the destruction and conversion of their habitats that will likely keep causing their decline in the future if nothing is done to protect them. These cats haven't been studied enough in the wild, as little is relatively known of their hunting habits. Number 13. The Cod. This species of cat happens to be the smallest one that lives in the Americas and is commonly found in the central and southern regions of Chile, which is a small area of distribution when compared to the other South American cats. The cod tends to live in mixed temperate rainforests near the southern Andean range, where they rest during the day and they go out into the open under the blanket of night, though they are considered to be equally active in both day and night. These cats have been classified as vulnerable for exactly 14 years now, thanks to habitat loss, persecution, and prey base. Number 12. The Flat-Headed Cat. This petite species of wild cat makes its home in the regions of Sumatra, Borneo, and the Thai Malay Peninsula. For 8 years now, the flat-headed cat has been listed at being endangered because of the wetlands that are being destroyed in their homes. Not only that, but they're also being wiped out by traps, snares, and poisons to keep them from eating the local fowl. Sadly, it's believed that the cat's population has dwindled down to around 2,500 mature individuals. Keeping these cats in captivity is considered to be quite rare, and there's said to be less than 10 of them kept in zoos throughout Malaysia and Thailand. Number 11. The Bornean Bay Cat. Also referred to as the Bornean cat and the Bornean marbled cat, the Bornean Bay Cat lives solely on the island of Borneo. Just as the flat-headed cat that was previously mentioned, the Bornean Bay Cat conservation status has been classified as endangered since 2002. Thankfully, they are protected by national legislation throughout most of their range. These rare cats were first documented back in 1874 by John Edward Gray and are capable of growing to around 26 inches and weighing around 6 to 8 pounds. Because these creatures are nocturnal and so secretive, their reproductive behavior and their feeding ecology remain a mystery. Number 10. The Chinese Mountain Cat. This breed of wild cat lives in, surprise, only China, and it's believed that its population size is less than 10,000 mature cats that are capable of breeding. It was only recently in 2007 that this species of cat was categorized as being a wildcat subspecies thanks to a genetic analysis that was carried out. Chinese mountain cats hunt during the night and mostly consume animals such as birds, rodents, and pikas. Unfortunately, pikas are being targeted through organized poisonings and consequently end up killing the cats who ingest them, while also dwindling their food source. Number 9. The Margay. This breed of small wildcat lives in the regions of Central and South America, and for the last 8 years its conservation status has been listed as being near threatened. These cats were once illegally hunted because of the wildlife trade up until the 1990s and caused a significant decline in their population. Margays look a lot like their relative the ocelot, but they can be distinguished by the size of their head, which is much shorter, and also by examining the tail, legs, and eyes. Just like most cats, the Margay lives a solitary lifestyle, along with living mostly in the treetops, but once in a while will come to hunt on the ground. Number 8. The Fishing Cat. Fishing cats are a breed of cat that happens to be twice the size of a domestic cat, with a build that is described as being stocky and muscular. As of early this year, the fishing cat conservation status was officially declared to be vulnerable due to the wetlands in South and Southeast Asia being destroyed over the last 10 years. Just last year, 5 of these cats were hunted for their fur and meat to be illegally traded in the Howrah district of West Bengal. Fishing cats that don't have young tend to live solitarily near streams, swamps, mangroves, and etc., as fish makes up 3/4 of their diet thanks to scat analysis. Number 7. The Andean Mountain Cat. Native to only the high regions of the Andes mountain range, It's believed that less than 2,500 of these animals exist in the wild. What's interesting to note is that this is only one of 2 species of cat that have no subspecies. The endangered Andean mountain cat has been classified this way for the last 14 years, and the only proof of its existence were 2 photos that were taken back prior to 1998. The Andean mountain cat shares a similar appearance with the Pampas cat and can be hard to distinguish to the untrained eye, but they do have notable differences that any expert can identify. Number 6. The rusty spotted cat. The 2 subspecies of this cat happen to live in India and Sri Lanka, and most recently, a rusty spotted cat was photographed in Nepal in March of this year. It was also this year that the animal's conservation status was changed from least concern to near threatened. What little is known about their behaviors was learned by observing the individuals that are kept in captivity that exhibited nocturnal behavior but were also somewhat active during the day. There are currently 56 individuals of this breed that are kept in captivity across 8 different European zoos. Number 5. The black-footed cat. This species of wild cat happens to be the smallest out of all of the African cats and is listed at being vulnerable because of numerous reasons, mainly bushmeat poaching. These cats only grow to be between 14.5 inches to 17 inches in length, depending on the cat's gender. Such as with all cats, the black-footed cat is an obligate carnivore that must consume the flesh of other animals in order to get the needed nutrients it requires to live. It was back in 2011 that the Audubon Nature Institute Center for Research of Endangered Species was able to bring to term 2 male kittens through in vitro fertilization, the first of the species to be born as such. Number 4. The jaguarundi. These little cats can be found living in the Central and South American regions of the world, but they've also been spotted in coastal Mexico and even southern Texas. Its least concern conservation status hasn't budged in the last 14 years. Unlike most of the cats that have already been mentioned on this list, the jaguarundi happens to be diurnal, which means that they're active during the day. Thankfully, these cats aren't hunted for their fur, but they are suffering from a decline in population because their native habitats are being destroyed. Number 3. The African golden cat. This rarely seen cat was just recently captured on film for the first time last year, and in the video, it was seen attacking a group of red colobus monkeys. Fortunately, they all got away. Native to the rainforests of West and Central Africa, the African golden cat can vary in color patterns and may even show some spots. Number 2. The sand cat. These little guys live in the Arabian Peninsula, Africa, and Western Asia, where they can be found in desert climates. Their paws are specially equipped with fur that grows in between their toes in order to help protect them from the hot sand. The same type of insulation can be found in cats that live in the Arctic. Before we reveal number 1, let us know in the comments below which one of these wild cats you like the best, and don't forget to subscribe. And now, number 1. The Pallas's cat. Also known as Manul, this cat lives in the regions of Eastern Europe and all the way to Siberia, where its thick coat protects it from the frigid temperatures. What's unique about this species of cat is that their pupils are round instead of shaped like slits. They also have fewer teeth and are considered to be the oldest cat species that happened to evolve approximately 12 million years ago.